Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Sui render and NFT price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with Sui here, where we have our potential leading diagonal here. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 potential wave 1. We have a wave 2 and followed by a potential wave 3 here. The wave 3 is unfolding as double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. This wave 5 might, of course, continue for lower here in case, of course, that we are looking for a diagonal as well. Can be very likely that you might be in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as a second possibility here. Unless, of course, you are in 4, 5, 4, 5 for these double 1, 2, since we didn't saw any kind of invalidation of bearish. However, we saw, of course, invalidation of bearish in this impulse in case that we are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. That means, of course, this has transferred to kind of like a zigzag ABC and another zigzag, giving higher possibility here for an ending diagonal unfolding. And of course, we might see a wave 3, 4, and a 5 therefore for this scenario. Meaning the target right now for a wave 3, very likely, of course, to hit the fib levels for a wave 3 in diagonal, which is between the 2.1 or 2.15 and 2.09 fib level for a wave 3 in this blue box over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 very likely to unfold here as an ending diagonal for Sui. On the daily for Sui, what we are looking at here is two possibilities as well. The first one is an ABC, of course, large ABC as a regular flat where you have 3 ways up, you have a 3 ways down to be finished, of course, not finished yet, where we are finishing the micro level as we saw. And that, of course, might be your wave B here in case that we take this low, meaning an A, B, and a C. Target is 1.42. And it might be, of course, a wave B before we move for a wave C toward the upside. Another possibility is a triangle here. After 3 waves up, you have an A, B, C, D, and an E, of course. And yeah, it might be here after this triangle A, B, C, D, E, you might move for a wave C toward the upside. However, we need, of course, to finish there for this zigzag, meaning with this diagonal, we might finish a zigzag A, B, and a C here. And with this wave C, we might look, of course, for a wave D and then wave E again, and then to move toward the upside one more time. So two possibilities. Currently, we don't see any kind of a bullish scenario from there without taking the low or finishing a structure. The structure that it might finish here is, of course, the triangle in case you don't take the low. So these are basically what we are looking for in SUI. Currently, no signal for strength, no signal for bullish, especially that on the 1 hour chart, you are already here after this wick. You have 3 ways toward the upside, meaning corrective. We continue corrective, downward or sideways, but very likely to be here looking for lower to finish, of course, an ending diagonal because we need a structure. If sideways and triangle even, you're gonna move for lower again once you finish this triangle. That means, of course, all the possibilities are signaling for a more lower prices, guys, for Sui here. So that was it for Sui. Let's take a look at a render as well. For a render on the 2 hours chart as well, we are looking at a potential finished triangle here in a wave E on the daily, and we see a big 1, 2 and double 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. 4 and a 5 can still be unfolding toward the downside here, or of course unfolding something after 3 ways up. You are looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smaller ending diagonal, of course, to finish here kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. Can still looking for lower, yes, definitely. Even if this is only one wave 5 as diagonal for 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 and a 5, we're still expecting much lower than this, guys. And that, of course, was given after a very clear triangle A, B, C, D, and an E, and we drop down and we finish. Of course, we have to finish a structure, whether an impulse or a big ending diagonal. One of these structure has to be given, of course, for a render there. And that means in all case scenarios here, after you have 3 ways toward the upside as a wave A, B, C, zigzag, You have three waves down for another wave A and a triangle for a wave B, meaning weakness, and of course we drop down. After this drop, we can see, of course, that we had a very fast drop here, where we saw, of course, a very long wick, but we cannot really consider it so much. But we still need to finish a structure, because this wick did not finish the structure. It's true that it took the liquidation, but yeah, the structure is still not finished, and we still need, of course, somehow to finish this one. Whether it's gonna finish, of course, in an ending diagonal, big ending diagonal, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, but this doesn't look like so on the micro level, because we see here kind of like an impulse unfolding, and potentially this impulse even can transform to an ending diagonal later on, because of course we have a very long time wave A. And that means, of course, we might expect the same long time for a correction here, that it might unfold. And that means, of course, if you take the time here from the A to the E, you might expect, of course, as a wave C here in a regular flat, you might expect basically this area, at least the one-to-one fib level here. So guys, yeah, somehow the crypto market is gonna take some time to recover. Okay, let us be honest here, it's gonna take some time to recover. We're gonna see, of course, a very long sideways and yeah, very annoying correction somehow like that. And I think that this might be, of course, our ending diagonal unfolding in this form, and then of course start to move toward the upside here, until of course we finish this correction, and then of course looking for new highs. So yeah, I would say the bull run is somehow a little bit far possibility right now for the altcoins, and also, of course, we need a little bit more correction here. So that was regarding render. Let's see FET. For FET, we are looking also at three waves toward the upside zigzag. We have a wave A. We have a potential here correction, three waves down again, and we see, of course, FET is the same as renders. Those two coins were very clear that we're gonna drop down, and of course that because of the triangle A, B, C, D, and an E. And we see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, FET is very, very impulsive downward. And we see, of course, this impulse is still moving on. As you can see, also, a wave 4 has been given perfectly in a blue box here, where we have finished here a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3. And you might hear, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3. And you have a wave 4 right now given, and might unfold, of course, the wave 5 towards the downside. Your wave 5 target can be taken, of course, from the zone 1. Based on the wave 3, we're looking, of course, for this area here, which it might be between the 0.618 and the 1 fib level, which is, of course, 0.20, 0.21 area, yeah, for FET. Very low, I know, guys, but yeah, this is a crypto market. It looks like a bearish market is unfolding definitely as well for the altcoins here. Yep, so these are the possibilities as well for FET. We cannot really see any prosperity right now for a bull run before we finish a structure in ending diagonal or in an impulse and hitting the target, and then of course start to move towards the upside from there. Yep, so that was it for SUI, Render, and FET. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.